Low bites.
Winston is a super intelligent, genetically engineered moon monkey.
I'm not a monkey. I'm a scientist.
Fine, moon scientist. Winston is a powerhouse. If not for him, Doomfist might never have been defeated. Athena would not exist, Reaper would know the location of every agent, and Overwatch would never have reformed. Even Lena Oxton, aka Tracer, would be lost in time. Though I'm not sure about the last one. I fucking hate Tracer's voice, man. The original 6 had just ended the Omnic crisis and were forming an organization to watch over the world should another great threat happen. To be ready for such events, the Horizon Lunar Colony was created to advance space exploration. One test ongoing on this moon base was the study of prolonged space habitation. The subjects on this test were gorillas. Within a very short span of time, however, one subject was very different from the rest. This young moon monkey was our beloved Winston. The gene enhancement had caused this little guy to become hyper intelligent, able to learn at a ridiculously fast rate. Personally, I can't tell why, but it must have had like a really bad side effect, like life damaging side effect, this intelligence that he gained, because it seems like he likes peanut butter and only freaks like that. Anyway, one scientist became dedicated to the young gorilla. His name was actually Dr. Howard Winston. He taught Winston everything he could of science and life, of good and evil, how mankind came to be, and most importantly, why he was created. The heroes of Overwatch became Winston's fairy tale, his dream. Filled with passion to one day meet these heroes, to help them, the young gorilla grew and grew. Unfortunately though, as the growing genius lived his happy life, the other gorillas of the base were not so happy. Their reaction to the treatment gave them intelligence, sure, and very, very good intelligence for their species, but it was still nothing compared to the young Winston. They hated their lives, and they were trapped and forced to be experimented on. They fought back. The uprising caused every scientist on the base to be slaughtered, destroyed by the enraged gorillas. Howard Winston did not survive. Perhaps these enraged gorillas left the genius alone due to their shared race, but we cannot say for sure why they let Winston live. However, devastated by this result, the genius took up his mentor's name as Winston and even began wearing his glasses. Desperate to keep learning, to meet his heroes, to escape this newfound hell, Winston somehow managed to build a rocket that shot him from the moon towards Earth, and amazingly, it was actually successful. He escaped and sought out Overwatch to tell them what had happened. As the only success from their lunar research, Overwatch took in Winston as their own, allowing him to become a dedicated scientist for their interests. In this time, Winston made his first friends, cherishing this golden age of Overwatch like no other. During this time with Overwatch, his studies continued and he became a brilliant scientist, and as previously mentioned, through his efforts, he saved Lena Oxton, Tracer. She was trapped in time, unable to keep her form and remain in the world for more than random moments. Alone and isolated in a world no one else knew, Tracer was in hell. After his past on the moon, Winston knew what this was like and sought everything he could do to save her. The whole thing had happened after a failed experiment by Overwatch to create new suits that could control time. This gave Winston all he needed to work on fixing this error and creating the chronal accelerator, which then anchored Tracer to the present time. Not only did this save her life, but it also gave her the amazing ability to control the flow of time around her at will. Forever in his debt, Tracer became lifelong friends with Winston, infinitely grateful to him. Through his own strength and intelligence, Winston also became a great fighter, stronger by far than any human, even Reinhardt. He was found in battle wherever needed, a deadly foe and instrumental in the fight against the powerful and horrific Doomfist, the hero that actually defeated him. No one was more successful and happy during this golden age than Winston, which is all the more crushing and sad when Overwatch fell and the corruption turned it on itself. After Overwatch's fall, Winston eventually took over an old Overwatch base, Watchpoint Gibraltar, creating a program called Athena to serve just like Iron Man's Jarvis. He managed to reset and recreate Overwatch's worldwide communication network, and during the recall cinematic, defended the extremely important information gathered by Overwatch. Defeating Talon's agents and even Reaper himself, Winston nearly destroyed Overwatch with this information he managed to acquire before it could even be reformed in his efforts. Thankfully though, he did win and was given the option to recall Overwatch's agents, to bring them together to convince them that the world needs help, that the world needs heroes, that it needs Overwatch. despite what the world might think. We don't actually know if he was successful. In-game heroes and villains fight each other and work alongside each other for the sake of fun gameplay. The maps are linked to important story and events with different timelines and locations. If you play on Watchpoint Gibraltar, you can actually see Winston's office, and you are actually attempting to transport an important part to launching a satellite that will make recalling Overwatch possible. So this all happened before the cinematic and before Overwatch was recalled. But what we do know though is through an interaction between Winston and Soldier 76, aka Jack Morrison, the previous leader of Overwatch. Trying to do my job, are you? Someone has to do it. Some quality voice acting right there. Damn, that's creamy. No, wait, that's crunchy. No, wait, peanut butter is still disgusting. You're all wrong. In my eyes, Winston is the new leader of the new Overwatch. Those he actually managed to convince. I'm really excited to see what will unfold with this new Overwatch and how they will face the world and the threats. More story will no doubt be revealed in different ways, be it new maps with new story attached to them, or maybe, hopefully, I pray, a new Blizzard cinematic. Time will tell, but thank you so much for watching and listening. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please leave a like and let me know while you're at it, which character would you like to hear about next? That's it for now, guys. Thanks so much. See you next time.